Here we have a problem in algebra 2, that is we have to solve for x in the given rational equation. Okay, so in my first step what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify the expression we have on the left side of the equation. That is I'm going to add the two fractions over here. Whenever I want to do addition or subtraction between two fractions, I must have the same denominator. If both the denominators over here are numbers, I can get the least common denominator. But here both the denominators are numbers, the second denominator contains variable. Okay, how do we have to add these two fractions? So for that we can apply the cross multiplication method. What is cross multiplication method? So I have to multiply the first numerator by the second denominator, and the second numerator has to be multiplied by the first denominator. Finally, I have to multiply the two denominators. This is a cross multiplication method that we can apply to add or subtract two fractions. Okay, now let me multiply the first numerator 3 by the second denominator x negative 1. Then I'm getting 3 times x negative 1 positive. I multiply this numerator 4 by this denominator 2. Then I'm getting 2 times 4. Now I have to multiply the two denominators. Then I'm getting 2 times x negative 1 equals to x positive 1 over x negative 1. Okay, now I can do some simplification over here. That is, first I have to distribute this 3 to x and negative 1. When I do so, I'm getting 3x negative 3 positive. 2 times 4 is 8 over 2 times x negative 1 equals to x positive 1 over x negative 1. Okay, so when I combine negative 3 and positive 8, I'm getting so here positive 5. So that is when I combine negative 3 and positive 8, I'm getting positive 5 over 2 times x negative 1 equals to x positive 1 over x negative 1. Okay, now my aim is to get rid of the denominators that we have on the left side and the right side. So once I get rid of the denominators, the fractions will be no more and I can solve for x easily. Okay, so here when I look at the denominators over here and here, I find x negative 1 in common. So when I multiply both sides of this equation by x negative 1, let me write it. When I multiply both sides of the equation by x negative 1, I can get rid of this denominator completely on the right side. So on the left side, I'll be able to get rid of this particular factor. Okay, so this x negative 1 will cancel out. Here x negative 1 will cancel out. So now let me write the resulting equation. We get 3x positive 5 over 2 equals to x positive 1. Okay, still we have denominator 2 on the left side. To get rid of the denominator 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 2. Let me write it. So then 2 will cancel out. I'm getting 3x positive 5 equals to, we can distribute this 2 to x and positive 1. When I do so, I'm getting 2x positive 2. Okay, now we have to solve for x in this equation, but the variable x appears on both sides of the equation. If I want to solve for x, I have to get rid of the variable on one of the sides, either on the left side or right side. Okay, now let me get rid of the variable on the right side. For that, I have to subtract 2x from both sides. So when I do so, this positive 2x, negative 2x will cancel out. When I combine 3x and negative 2x, I'm just getting x positive 5 equals to 2. Now I have to get rid of this positive 5. For that, I subtract 5 from both sides. When I do so, this positive 5, negative 5 will cancel out. I'm getting x equals to, when I combine 2 and negative 5, I'm getting negative 3. Okay, I solved the given rational equation and I got x equals to negative 3. When I solve rational equation, the solution which I get at last always has to be verified with the given rational equation, particularly with the denominators of the rational equation. So that is, we have to make sure that the value we have for x over here should not make any of the denominators in the given rational equation as 0. Because if the denominator becomes 0, then the value of the fraction is undefined. Okay, now let's verify the solution what we have over here. That is, we have to plug in x equals to negative 3 into the denominators of the given rational equation. So here the first denominator is just a number, and we don't have to verify this x equals to negative 3 with this denominator. Now let's move to the second denominator, which is x negative 1. When I plug in x equals to negative 3 over here, what do I get? Negative 3, negative 1, so which becomes negative 4. Anyways, when I plug in x equals to negative 3 over here, so the denominator x negative 1 over here does not become 0, and we have the same denominator again, so this will also not become 0 and x equals to negative 3. So the solution, I mean the value we get over here, that is x equals to negative 3, does not make any of the denominators in the given rational equation as 0. So we can consider this x equals to negative 3 as a valid solution. Therefore, the solution for the given rational equation is x equals to negative 3.